Alright, so these are my first impressions on Ralph Breaks the Internet. And while I don't think this is as funny as the first Wreck-It Ralph, I will admit that this is a competently made sequel. I think they did just enough to make it an enjoyable movie. I will say there are some funny moments in here, some pretty good laugh out loud moments in here, but it's not as much as they had it in the first movie. Like, I think in the first movie, I thought the jokes were much more clever. They did a good job of satirizing their stuff more often. Not that don't do bad satirization here. They take a good satirical approach to the Disney characters. There's a whole bunch of them all throughout this movie. But, I don't know. I mean, I laughed, but I didn't laugh as long as or as hard as I did in some of the jokes in the first movie. There are some laugh out loud moments in this movie. The stuff with the Disney princesses is great. Like, there's one joke in this movie where they're questioning Vanellope about whether or not she's a princess or not, and Jasmine just goes, "You have daddy issues?" And Vanellope's just like, "I don't even know if I don't even have a mother." And they're all just like, "We don't have mothers either." And like, the way they say that line, it's funny. Like, it's really funny. I probably butchered the joke, but when they do it in the movie, it's funny. I like the animation. I thought the visuals were very nice. The life lesson they try to teach you in this movie, I will admit, is kind of clunky and doesn't really have that effect that it had in the first movie. Like, in the first movie, what's the life lesson in there? Just because you're the bad guy doesn't mean you have to be a bad guy. The life lesson in this movie here is basically just stop being so clingy, because that's pretty much what happens at the end of the movie. It's just like, Ralph becomes way too clingy around Vanellope because they're best friends, but like, the whole lesson of the movie is that, don't be so clingy. Don't be so clingy. Allow your friends to do whatever they want. I completely almost butchered that. Yeah, allow your friends to do what they want, but don't let that impact your friendship something like that. But like, yeah, I mean, I liked it. It's a competently made movie. It's a good movie. I wish it was a little bit better, but for what it is, it's perfectly fine. If you like the first Wreck-It Ralph, you'll enjoy it. Maybe not as much as the first one, but I enjoyed it enough as it is. Maybe it's in terms of what Disney has done with these animated films more often recently. This is probably the weakest one that they've done, but it's still good enough. I compare this to more like the Lego Ninjago movie. It's not as good as the other Lego movies, but it does have enough elements in there to make it a recommendable film. I can say the same thing about Ralph Breaks the Internet. It's a good film, not a great film. I enjoyed it.